Your life is a testament to the idea that nothing is impossible. That if somebody says no, you say it's just the beginning.
When I started my business in 1995, it was very difficult. I had an idea. I invited 24 of my friends in my apartment because that year I went to Seattle, my first trip to the USA. I never touched computer in my life before because computer was so expensive to me and so complicated. After 2 hours of explaining what I'm gonna do, internet, and 23 of them say, forget it. He said, this thing never worked because there's no such thing called internet in the world. You know nothing about a computer, so why you wanna do this? And only one people, he said, Jack, if you wanna try it, just to try it. But if there's something wrong, just come back. And after a whole night thinking, I say, I still wanna do it.
We said to have an extraordinary life, you gotta have an extraordinary psychology, right? Extraordinary psychology means you got to live in an extraordinary state. To be in an extraordinary state, you got to condition your nervous system, your body, your physiology and focus to be at their best then to do that, though you can do that. Why doesn't everybody? Not because you can't. We all have the ability, it's because of our standards. Think about your own life. I know there have been areas in your life or some point in time you just shifted and you raised the standard in your life. Change, because whatever people have their identity attached to, they live, we live who we believe we are. The people who do not grow are unwilling to ask themselves or others hard questions. They are unwilling to leave what they have known and practice. They are not willing to be wrong so they can discover what is right. Therefore they cling to right, and their lives turn out wrong. How sad. We get what we're looking for, we filter out everything else in our life. Going to get what you're looking for, even if it doesn't even exist, even if it's not even there. If you're looking for negatives, if you're looking for setbacks, if you're looking to be looked over, you will find it even though it's not supposed to be there. But if you're looking for victory, for winning, for recruits, for people to change your life, for magic moments, you will find them. If you're looking for them, I promise you that's true in life.
Well, at the beginning, I never thought, I thought when I was young, I said, everything's possible. But if you don't do it, nothing's possible. If you try to do it, at least you have the hope. We don't see this kind of motto, right?
They say Jack's crazy.
Yeah, this is crazy guy. I mean, I remember my first time in Time magazine, they call me Crazy Jack. And I think crazy is good. We are crazy, but we're not stupid. You know, for 3 years, I tried to fill in the universities. So I applied jobs for 30 times, got rejected. I went for a police, they said, no, you're not good. I went to even the KFC. When KFC came to China, come to my city, 24 people went for the job. 23 people were accepted. I was the only one guy. And we went for police. 5 people, 4 of them accepted. I was the only guy that not receive it. So to me, being turned down, rejected. Oh, by the way, I told you that I applied for Harvard for 10 times, rejected. I know I'll be rejected. I just don't want to say that.
Yeah, sorry now. 10 times.
If you're going to make it, you've got to be willing to be the outlier, the weird one. Forget about fitting in. Forget about socializing with everyone. You need to stand out. When people don't understand you, you're doing it right. It's time to stay focused, man. It's time. It is time to go from mediocre to meteoric. It's time to decide fuck clubs, partying, fuck trying to fit in and socialize, rub elbows with everybody, so people can stop calling you weird. Why are you so antisocial? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you standing on the basketball court so much? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you out there practicing in the hot sun when ain't nobody else out there? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you not clubbing? Like every time I text you and invite you to go do something fun and cool, you always studying. Because I'm trying to get it. The more weird you are is a reflection of how committed you are to focusing on your shit.
Don't worry. Any mistake is an income, is a wonderful revenue for you.
So I told myself and told my young people, before 20 years old, be a good student. When you do entrepreneur, just learn some experience. Before 30 years old, follow somebody. Go to a small company. Normally in a big company, it is good to learn processing. You are a part of a big machine. But when you go to a small company, you learn the passion, you learn the dreams. You learn how to do a lot of things at one time. So before 30 years old, it's not which company you go, it's which boss you follow. It's very important. A good boss teaches you differently. And from 30 to 40 years old, you have to think very clearly when you're working for yourself. If you really want to be an entrepreneur. When you're 40 to 50 years old, you have to do all the things that you are good at. Don't try to jump into the new area. It's too late. You may be successful, but the rate of dying is too big. So 40 to 50, think about how can you focus on things that you are good at.
Life is going to beat you upside your head. Life will strip you to the core. You will cry, it's okay. It's a part of the deal. The real challenge of growth comes when you get knocked down. You're laying on the mat, gasping, and you don't know what you're gonna do. How you handle it, that's where the growth takes place. If somebody came and knocked you down, there ain't nothing you could do about it. But if I come back a week later, you still on the ground, we got a problem. And some of you say, it ain't my fault, you're right. The way you were born, what happened to you, is not your fault. But doggone it, you still on the ground after 20 years. If you get knocked down, there's nothing you can do about it. But getting back up has every single thing to do with you. I just need you to identify what your pain is, and then I need you to ask yourself what you're gonna do about it.
Because most of the people, they have a fancy ideas in the evening, but in the day, when they wake up in the evening or in the morning, they go back to do the same job. We have to do something different. So from there, I started my business borrowing $2,000 from my relatives and friends. So that was my trip. I call myself like a blind man riding on the back of blind tigers. And those people who are expert of riding horses, they all fall down, and I'm still surviving. Since 1995, I started business. I almost failed every project, never survived. None of us have money. But if somebody say, I give you $1 million and I give you trust, which one I would choose? I choose those people who give me the trust, because it's the trust that make us be united.
Molding and shaping and developing your ideas and your craft, so that when it's time for you to make your rounds, you're gonna fly. When you are misunderstood to the point where people think you're psycho, and you're nuts, and you're this and that, why are you in the gym at 1 o'clock in the morning? What is wrong? When people don't understand you anymore, you're in that spot of obsession and drive. To be the best at what you do, you have to be unbalanced to find every bit of energy and strength that you have to pull it off. And it takes being obsessed where people think you're crazy. You still got work to do.